I think it's a solid start. We were able to make a lot of plays. We were able to frustrate them early. I think we gave up too many explosion plays. We got to be conscious of that. We want to be able to control a game, and it's very difficult to control a game when you give up big plays.
Right. What do you like most?
We were pretty sharp in coverage, sticky, always around their receivers. We played hard. We played with a lot of effort, and I figured we tackled fairly well.
How did the chess match feel between you and Buck?
Well, I mean, the advantage was on us because we didn't, we had a bye the first week. We actually got to see them on film. They had to guess a bit as far as what we were going to do, and we threw a lot at them. So I think the real test as far as those X's and O's are concerned, or that chess match is concerned, will be this week now that we've had a chance to see each other.
Right.
What's the key to limiting Nathan Rourke? Because we've seen him be really explosive throughout his career.
I think you got to play tight coverage. You got to be close to the receivers and talk him out of making those throws. Like if you give the receiver space, he's a very accurate quarterback and he gets rid of the ball really quickly. So you got to jump on the receivers, make sure you're on them, and then make his decisions difficult as far as whether or not to throw the ball.
A lot has been said about Buck Pierce and Zach Claris and their close relationship over the last number of years. A lot of success and the advantages that knowing each other might come, but maybe the advantages of you knowing Buck Pierce and not just his offense, but how he might run an entire football team.
I mean, I guess there's some familiarity there that allows us to anticipate some things, but they're a very good group, and mostly they have different people. So how like Buck deploys those people will be different this week. You know what I mean? They'll have some new wrinkles, and we'll see what those challenges are.
Last question for me. Frankly, last season your defense was lights out. They were incredible throughout the year. How much does a defense need to change from year to year, but also not completely abandoning what was very successful in 2024?
That's a good question. I feel like defenses have to stay ahead of the curve, right? Offenses kind of push the trends as far as what how the football game is played, and then defenses have to react. I believe in trying to stay in front of that curve, try to keep them guessing on their heels a little bit. So I believe change is a vital part of it, not necessarily because the old stuff didn't work, but because they don't know what new stuff is coming. So in my opinion, right, like staying out in front of the curve, making those changes helps every defense every year, right? And then finding what your foundation is going to be, right, is the challenge.
What are your thoughts on how Jason Hogan did in his calling his
Oh
first game for you
man,
guys?
super excited for him. Did an amazing job. Um, to be in that position, not having your starting quarterback, not having Brady Oliveira to lean on. I thought it was an amazing job.
Is there nerves calling your first game as a coordinator? Like you've been in the Chiefs
Um,
before, obviously.
I don't remember if I was that. Maybe a little bit. You just want things to work, and I think when you're having that success, when things are playing out in a predictable fashion, I think the nerves go away, and you're just calling the game.
You mentioned sticky coverage. Is that where 1 for 10 for 6 yards came? They started slow in the passing game.
Yeah, I just think we do a lot to challenge offensive rules and their quarterback reads, and he didn't necessarily know where to go with the ball early. Figured it out a little bit later as things went along. So yeah, we got to throw some more curveballs at him.
Are you at all surprised by how physically strong Rourke appears to be in the pocket? Like guys are hanging off him and he's still making decisions.
Not even a little bit. You've seen him on film, like from his time down here, even his highlights in the NFL. Like that's what he does. Like he's a very well-conditioned athlete, not just quarterback. So one of the emphasis, for our guys is finish. Right, we got to get them on the ground when we have them.